Greetings and salutations. Welcome back, Rob. Shocking. How marvellous for you to grace me with your presence once more. Lorraine, welcome back, my darling child of night. Our power does indeed continue to grow. A horrible heart, Lorraine. I prefer to drink straight from a jugular. Greetings and salutations. Welcome back, Ashley. Lee. Oh, Danny. I dwell anywhere the darkness lies, just waiting to pop out. A horrible heart, Lee. I prefer to drink straight from a jugular. Welcome back, Lorraine. Violet. Indeed, I was saying, Peter, Drag Anne has been greatly injured. My dragon has been harmed by Raka. Raka is currently on an adventure, trying to locate the heart of the ocean. She has no idea of the monsters that lie in wait for her. Perhaps I should just allow them to deal with her. Oh, Ashley, I would get full advantage of the stars while you can. For once the darkness has blanketed these lands, the light will dim and be completely extinguished. Not even the stars in the sky will shine. Step by step, shadow by shadow, my children of the night shall link arms, and their shadows shall be cast upon the lands, and all that dwell within the shadows shall bow down to our greatness. Oh, Ashley, you've been training. You look much stronger. Remove this at once. Kabab. The only thing that should ever go on my head is a crown. Disobedience and disrespect will not be tolerated. Do I make myself clear? Good. I don't do kisses, Shadow, but I do bite. Sarwin, you've returned. Welcome back. This fest, Nathan, I will rule over all. But wherever there is a fest, there is bound to be music and song. Music and song can lure Akra and her pets. Believe it or not, there are far worse monsters than even I. Once we have fought our way to the fest, should there be one note of music, I will burn everything with my dragons. Music and song are forbidden. In order to assist me in my reign of terror, you can do so in multiple ways. A completely free way. If you see this live fest banner here, scroll until you see it. Click into it and scroll to the bottom. Vote for me. Each vote cast is 50 points, and it costs you nothing. Vote for your queen. I demand it. Ah, Ashley. Now that is much more like it. A crown. After all, I am vampiric royalty. It's so much easier when you see things my way. And it does make these things much easier, doesn't it? A horrible heart, Rob. I prefer to drink straight from a jugular. Ah, Lorraine, obedience at its finest. We will rule over this fest once we arrive there. The fight will be tough. Christmas tree? I see you're using your modes of transportation again. That really will help us get there a lot quicker. Adam? Christmas tree? Didn't I demand for Adam the astronaut to be captured and taken to the dungeons? Because he's looking pretty free to me. Don't fail me. I don't like failure. I expect nothing but victory and success. Gather an army and capture Adam. I want him in my dungeon. Adam, the astronaut, will know where Kra, the android, is located. I do have quite a talent for making things talk, even when they don't want to. I shall work my magic later, but first, I want him captured. Now. Oh, Shadow, I can hear your heartbeat. A horrible heart. I prefer, Sir Project, to drink straight from a jugular. David, follow me into the darkness, but be careful. I'm not following you while you're alone in the dark. I encourage you. Vote for me. Allow my reign of terror to reign supreme over this live fest. Should there be any music or song, I will destroy everything, for I have forbidden music and song. If you're unable to support in any other way, you do have the option of voting, which is completely free. Make sure you do that, won't you? Christmas tree! Defiance will get you nowhere but the red room. I have forbidden music and song, and you are blatantly defiant. Disobedience and defiance is not tolerated, Christmas tree. You should know that. Have you any idea what's in the red room? Glance behind me. Tell me what you see. The souls of all of the defiant and disobedient trapped. Tormented until I see fit. You don't need to learn a little lesson again, do you? Though I do admit, it is rather fun. For me. A horrible heart, Emma. I prefer to drink straight from a jugular. Oh, Emma, you're not trying to run away from me, are you? because you can run, but you can't hide. Disgusting roses, Tara. Don't do that. I despise the living, in all forms, and a horrible heart, Matthew. I prefer to drink straight from the jugular. Emma, look at our shores. Our shores are being invaded by Akra's pets. Didn't I also demand last night for Akra to be sent a message? Yet she sends more of her pets to be destroyed. Perhaps I'm being too lenient. Perhaps I'm being too soft. The power. The power, Lorraine, that we would possess an ice cobra, a flaming lynx, and a lightning bird. These beasts certainly will give us an advantage, won't it? Oh, you clever girl. And would you look at that? We are so close now. Our reign of terror will be extending far. I have faith and belief. Remove this Eggsy at once. The only thing that should ever go on my head is a crown, Emma. Disobedience and disrespect will not be tolerated. Eggsy, Emma, correct your behavior yourself, or I will assist. And if I have to assist, there will most certainly be tears. And not mine. Remove this. The only thing that should ever go on my head is a crown. Horrible hard to see in my sex box. I prefer to drink straight from a jugular. I do think that I have been far too lenient. And leniency has bred defiance and resistance. Oh, snowman. So cold. I assure you, Eggsy. Inside I am much colder. How beautiful, Ashley. Remove this at once, Eggsy. They often say, Ashley, when something is encased behind glass, it's either to protect it from the outside or the outside from it. I wonder. Ugh. What on earth is that shadow? Vile. Have I taught you anything about love? Christmas tree! Get Adam in the dungeon now! I want him captured. How? Pray do tell. Am I supposed to press him for answers when he's roaming outside the castle? Shadow! Remove this! Now that, Shadow, is incredibly bad for your elf. I wouldn't do that again if I were you. The only thing that should ever go on my head is a crown. Disobedience and disrespect will not be tolerated and will be punished accordingly. Disgusting roses, Val. Don't do that. Shadow! Get this off! That is extremely bad for your elf. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Horrible heart, Kate. I prefer to drink straight from a jugular. Oh, Emma, that is much more like it. 150 votes, and they're worth 50 points each. I encourage and demand for all of you to swipe into the Live Fest banner, scroll to the bottom, and send me your votes so we may grow stronger and take over all. Well done, Emma. And the best thing about the voting system, it doesn't cost you a penny. So there's no reason not to, in order to please your queen. You don't want me in a bad mood, do you? Wolfsmith, I can hear your heartbeat. You have voted Ashley. You are a beacon of hope. Conformity, obedience, marvelous traits. You're a shining example. And more should take note. If you haven't voted, why? Fragrance of Ashley. Ah, now that smells like obedience. My favourite. Disgusting roses, terror. Don't do that. I despise the living. Lorraine, you are one of my strongest warriors. You see, I do have rather a talent for being able to see potential. And I'm always correct. My children of the night grow stronger. Their numbers increase, and soon darkness will swallow the land. Samhain. There really is no feeling quite like pure dark magic, is there? Nothing quite emulates it in the same way. Affirmative, Goblin. You don't obey anyone, shall? Oh, a challenge. I rather enjoy a challenge. Just ask Christmas Tree. Christmas Tree was once defiant, weren't you, Tree? He refused to see my way of thinking. A little bit of time in the Red Room and some one-on-one attention certainly did change things, didn't it? Wild, shocking. Follow me into the darkness, graveyard. But be careful, I'm not following you. Lorraine! Are you travelling to the North Pole to see Santa? I have heard of this Santa Claus. He sounds remarkable. Evil. I wonder if his claws are effective. I wonder if he would wish to join us. I've heard he breaks into homes in the middle of the night to surprise children. He does sound rather dark, doesn't he? Just like my kind of guy. Oh, I'm afraid there's nothing sweet here. Only bitter. I'm hungry. I could use a bite. Any volunteers? It is rather dark out too. Whilst I have quite a talent at training brats, I demand the respect a queen. I don't do kisses, Shadow. but I do bite. Oh, I have quite a talent at training brats, Lorraine. I don't do kisses, Shadow, but I do bite. Have I taught you nothing about love and affection? Love is a weakness. It consumes you entirely. And in the end, it is always taken away, leaving you broken and weak. Love is not for our kind. We are better than that. Oh, Chris, I don't bite much. What a marvellous idea, Nathan. But should any of you poke me in the eye or boop me on the nose in the process, just remember hunting time is not far away. And I can hold a grudge. You do not want to anger me or displease me in any way. Sir Project, I warn you, be very, very careful. Jakester, I expect you're going to sit down and behave. Oh, Ashley, look at you. Your powers are starting to flourish. Do you see? A little bit of direction within the darkness, and you can be capable of great things. I give you the power to unlock your potential, but it is down to you what you do with that. I expect nothing but success and victory. The weak shall be left behind. Jakester! Oh, Jakester. I understand. You want a hug? Fine. Come here, Jakester. Come. Give me a hug. Come closer, Jakester. Closer. What's wrong? You don't have to be scared. Unless you plan on being defiant. Even then, you shouldn't be that scared. You should be terrified. I don't bite, Jakester. Much. Sussex Brinman, follow me into the darkness. But be careful. I'm not following you while you're alone in the dark. They have, Nonny. They must be filled with sadness tonight. Indeed, there is much to be sad for. This live fest could potentially ruin everything. Jakester! Is that how you really see me, Jakester? An animal? I can be quite animalistic when provoked. Continue to provoke me, and you will see exactly how animalistic I can really be. But this fest can cause us much stress and tension. It can make many problems arise. At these fests, there is always music. and music will lure Akra and our enemies. Therefore, we must fight. We must make it to the live fest. If you can't do anything else, vote for me. Click into the live fest banner and scroll to the bottom and send your queen your votes. Each one is worth 50 points. 100 of them really start to add up. Do it now. I demand it. Greetings and salutations, Sophie. Shadow. Drag Anne is in quite a vulnerable state. She has been damaged quite horrifically. I don't know if she'll recover. And Raka is to blame. I will wreak havoc on Raka. I'm already aware she's currently on an adventure, trying to obtain the heart of the ocean. But she is in very dangerous territory, for those lands are filled with sirens. Well done, Alistair. We will get to that fest. You voted, Sussex Binman. What a fine example of obedience. Well done. You have most certainly pleased your queen. Chris, indeed I did not. You're confusing me with Kara. People often think we look alike. People often mistake us for each other. But I am nothing like Kara. Kara is far too cheery, squeaky, irritating. Rob, shocking. Greetings and salutations, Stephanie. Oh, we have we? Then the pleasure is all yours. What do you get in return? If you vote, you will have pleased me, and I'm much less likely to wreak havoc and vengeance. Wouldn't you rather have me happy than angered and frustrated? Things don't often end well. Mikey, my dragon master, you've returned. Welcome back. It is marvellous that you can grace me with your presence. I am very perturbed and concerned, Mikey, on the state of Drag Anne. Even with dark magic, I am unsure if she will heal and pull through. Drag Anne is pivotal in our army. You must do all that you can to make sure she doesn't fall to her demise. I'm going to be very upset if that happens. Yergry, you understand? It's so much more easier, more refreshing when you see things my way. It does cause an awful lot of stress and tension. All of this resistance, defiance. I will not stand for it. Oh, Stephanie, indeed follow me into the darkness, but be careful. I'm not following you while you're alone in the dark. Alistair, much better. The crown. After all, I am vampire. That was vile and disgusting. Such sickening displays of affection. Oh, wait. I understand. You agree. You want a hug, don't you? Fine. Come here. Come closer. Closer. You look frightened. You shouldn't be scared. Unless you're planning on defying me. Even then, you shouldn't be scared, you agree? You should be terrified. What's the matter? I don't bite much. Steve, are you trying to restrain me? I am the only one that does restraining around here. I demand all of you. Click into the Live Fest banner, scroll to the bottom, and vote for me. It doesn't cost a penny, so there is no reason for you not to. Our plans depend on getting to the Live Fest. I have stayed hidden for many years, and I don't intend on being found just yet. Vote for me, and you shall gain my favour. As a win. Now that is much more like it. A crown. After all, I am vampiric royalty. It's so much better when you see things my way. And it does make these things much easier, doesn't it? Mikey, I don't know who you're being informed by, but they are gravely mistaken. Drag Anne was injured by Raka. I'm starting to think she did it on purpose, to send a message. Well, her message has been received loud and clear. Now I intend on replying. She is sailing very dangerous waters at present, in search for the heart of the ocean. Yergrey, a crown. Now that is much better, isn't it? It's so much better when you see things my way, you agree? And it does make these things much easier, doesn't it? Oh, but do be careful, you agree, that you don't prick your finger on those thorns. You have no idea of the trouble it could attract. And Alistair, there really is no feeling quite like pure dark magic, is there? Ashley, you're in fighting spirits tonight, aren't you? Good. Keep that energy up. Remove this at once, Kebab. The only thing that should go on my head is a crown. Do I make myself clear? Correct your behaviour yourself, or I will assist. I have quite a talent at training brats, Sir Project. And Peter, I can hear your heartbeat. I intend on bursting this fest wide open. Binman, our reign of terror has grown substantially. Matthew, I can hear your heartbeat. Fragrance of Alistair. Now that smells like obedience. My favourite scent. Sir Project, if there is one note of song or music after I have forbidden it, I will burn everything to the ground. Alistair, I see you have been training. You look incredibly stronger since I last laid eyes on you. Good. Keep it up. Your services, Jürgen, may well indeed come in very useful. I shall keep my eye on you. I see potential. I have a talent for that, you see. And I'm never wrong. Join our dark little family, like Alistair suggests. And if you really, really want to keep me from being in a bad mood, vote for me in the Life Fest banner. Oh, Dr. D, that is much more like it. A crown. After all, I am vampiric royalty. It's so much better when you see things my way. And it does make these things much easier, doesn't it? A wonderful T-bone. I wonder, do you prefer that or energy? Power is quite intoxicating. It can take over all of your senses, consume you in a way that love cannot. Love is nothing but a weakness. It may consume you entirely, but then love is always taken away, leaving you broken and weak. Love is not for our kind. We're better than that. I have taught you much better, have I not? Infernum! I have indeed missed you. I do hope you are well. I was told something that concerned me greatly. I'm sending you strength. And I really do hope you are well. A horrible heart, Dave. I prefer to drink straight from a jugular. I sat back in the shadows for centuries watching and waiting. The humans are a vile, weak species. Monstrous. Welcome back, my darling. A horrible heart. I prefer to drink straight from a jugular. If you really do want to stop me from being in a bad mood, I encourage you all. Go to the Live Fest banner here. If you don't see it, swipe until you do. Go to the bottom of that page where there is a red button to vote for me. If you are able and you have available votes, I demand that you do it. It doesn't cost you a thing. If you have available votes and you deliberately do not use them, well, I'm going to be very upset. You don't only just let me down. Think of poor Kara in the dungeon, or Raka, or Arak, or Kra. Don't you want to see us go to the fest? I swear, I shall not cause big trouble there. Kara had all of your votes. You chose Kara over me, Mikey. To say I'm displeased is a great understatement. Is my master near me, T-Bone? Aren't you adorable? I am 471 years, T-Bone. Allow me to tell you a story. Horrible heart, Andrew. You see, once upon a time, I was also a human girl. Weak, fragile, pathetic. That is until the Count came into my life. He gave me such power and ability. He showed me what power and control really was. And once he'd fulfilled his purpose, there really wasn't much use for him. And then he had a tragic accident. So sad. Lorraine. It's beautiful. I do not care much for the living. And it seems the living is littered across the stars. I do not know what it means. Perhaps Adam will know. Perhaps Adam will be willing to talk. Good night, my darling. Make sure, Lorraine, you take care of that little quest. No. I'm not amazing, Ashley. My children of the night. Lorraine, thank you, my darling of darkness. Your strength, your warrior fighting spirit. You really have pleased your queen. You have done well. I would like for you, Lorraine, to go to the shores and protect them. Seeing as how you seem to be on this strong streak. Perhaps you can deal with the little problem of Accra and her pets for me. If they so much as try to set foot on land. You know what to do. I have absolute faith and ability and belief in it. I know you will not fail me, Lorraine. Now go, my darling. There is much work to be done. Good girl. You really have impressed me, you know. I'm incredibly proud. But you are my child of darkness. I raised you. I trained you. You were taught by the best, weren't you? And look at you flourish. You bring your queen much pride. Now go take care of the little pests for me. You have voted, Matthew. Then I suppose you're safe tonight, as you have pleased me also. For any of you that have not already and have votes available, I demand that you click into the Live Fest banner and send your votes to me. It doesn't cost a penny. And it will assist me in my reign of terror. You wouldn't want to put me in a bad mood, would you? And considering hunting time is only but an hour away, I would encourage you. You wouldn't want to end up on my radar for the wrong reasons. The light has started to dim. Soon it will be completely extinguished, as my children of the night, step by step, shadow by shadow, link and lock arms, casting their shadows over this realm, and those that dwell in their shadows will quiver with fear. Turn from the light and abandon it now, while you still can. Embrace the darkness, for it's the only logical way forward. I can bestow such blessings upon you. Things like strength, speed, stamina, the ability to transform and fly if you so wish. Of course, there is always a price to these things. But what is humanity? I never really had any use for my humanity. I only truly started to live when I wasn't. The decision is entirely yours. I encourage you to join me while you still can. I shall not extend my kind, gracious offer for much longer. Join the side of the victors, or stay on the side of the losers and be destroyed along with them. Terror. Well, that is very interesting, Tara. Tara, you've just brought something to my attention. With the moonlight flower. Allow me to explain. The moonlight flower possesses a very potent magic. Before time began, the moon and the sun were in the sky, and the moon fell in love with the sun. But once the moon realized they could never share the sky at the same time, the moon wept. The moon's tears fell at the top of the elven mountains, and in that spot the moonlight flowers grow. It is the only place in existence where they grow. The power they possess is dangerous and can be used against us by our enemies. My armies assured me they had been destroyed. So pray do tell, how has Terra managed to obtain a moonlight flower? Ashley. According to Adam, we must look to the stars. But it makes no sense he speaks in riddles. Magpie. Welsh dragon. Don't think I didn't spy you in here. You can't sneak past me, I see everything. Welcome back. I see all. I know all. You can't get anything past me. You can try, but I don't think it will end well. Terra. Now that is much more like it. A crown. It's so much better when you see things my way. And it does, Terra, make these things much easier. Doesn't it? I do not like to play games. I only play games to win. And I do not play by the rules. I play by my own. Impossible wolf. Stephanie, what you seek should be in the bio. No, Bimman. I don't think my lunch agreed with me. Oh, Welsh dragon, finger food, delicious, my favourite. My dinner did put up an awful struggle. I believe they're wreaking havoc and vengeance on me now. European binman. They can often be difficult. Greetings and salutations. Welcome back, Kevin. No. Bear with me one moment. I'll be right back to restart this little reign of terror.